Hey folks, thanks for tuning in again. As always, I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try something a little different here. Quite a few years ago, probably a dozen years ago, I put together a bunch of fishing stories and I put them together in a book that I had published. And the book was called, or is called, Fishing Fever. Now in the book, there's a lot of kind of short stories about things that I did or things that happened to me. And I'm going to I'm going to try to put some of the stories actually on video with some commentary. So hang with me here a minute. I'm going to call this a Fishing Fever special. Here we go with the first one. Am I lucky or am I unlucky? I think everybody's familiar with the old saying, when your ship comes in. Well, one day when I was fishing Lake Nockamixon back in 2012, my ship came in, but as things developed, it also sank. So here's the details. But first I got to give you a little bit of background. Every year, I think it was 2011, 12, and 13, Cabela's, or Bass Pro Shop, held a kind of a fishing contest, and it was called Fish for Millions. Fishing for Millions it was called. So anyway, Cabela's actually stocked fish all over the United States. And on those fish they put a tag. And if you caught one of these fish during the allotted time, you would get a prize. The biggest prize, I think, was $1 million. But there was bass boats and all kinds of different prizes. So anyway, back to the story. So anyway, on Lake Nockamixon, me and Dennis, we were fishing down along the shoreline. I think I was using like a 3-inch sassy shad, a small swim bait. And hooked a fish, wasn't a big fish, but brought it in. Happened to be like about a 12-inch or so nice crappie. So as usual, it was picture time. So as I was holding the fish up, I noticed that it had something hanging off the side of it. And it happened to be a tag, one of those green fish tags that I guess some of you have seen them. But anyway, right away I knew, hey, this is something special. And it could be my lucky day. So holding it up, took the picture, and here's what happened next. Well, when I looked at the tag, and it was obviously from Cabela's, had the name of it on there. Denny, who is, he's done a lot of research on the computer, spends a lot of time on looking at fishing stuff. And he had heard about this contest. So I'm all excited there. I'm getting all excited. I'm having visions of all kinds of good prizes. And he simply says in a very mundane tone of voice, hey Len, I think that contest is over. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Well, his remark there, basically, it was like a stab in the heart. I couldn't believe that I was so lucky to get a tag, but so unlucky that it was over. So I had to prove to myself. I picked up my phone, I put in the Cabela's website, and sure enough, it had ended. The contest had ended back in, I think, mid-July, and this was August that I caught this fish. So now I'm like, oh man, how can you be so lucky and unlucky at the same time? Well, there was only one thing for me to do. I had to turn this lemon into lemonade. So, I started to realize how lucky I was to catch a fish with this tag in it. And this is the tag. I still have it from 2012. And I had to somehow find out what I would have won or what I didn't win. So I started looking at their website. They didn't post a list of winners or anything like that, but the tag had the number on it. And I searched around a little bit, and I finally made a call. I think I got the guy's name here. Let's see. I made a call to Cabela's. I talked to Mr. Remmer, R-E-M-M-E-R. And he said it wasn't, it was hard to find out anything about it, but he did do some looking. And finally, he said he asked the manager, the event manager, and my prize would have been one of the smaller prizes, really, but from Abu Garcia, probably a reel, Costa sunglasses, perhaps, and Rapala, lures and things like that. You never know. But he was the communications specialist at Cabela's, so I know I was talking to the right guy. So anyway, there's the story of the tagged fish. It's for you to decide if I was lucky or unlucky. Once in a lifetime, folks. I got it. Thanks for hanging in there watching the story. I don't know which one I'll do next, but I'll pick one out of the book and try to put that somehow in a video. It is hard to put the stories in a video when you don't really have any video. Anyway, thanks again. See you next time. See you. Bye.